Hey guys, it's Colin for Hollywood Studios, and today we are going to be counting down my top 5 favorite B&M Floorless coasters. So, I have only ridden 5 of these B&M Floorless coasters, hence why I'm ranking all 5 of them. And please, these are my opinions, so if you disagree with my opinions, I totally respect that, but I'm not treating my opinions as facts. These are simply my opinions. Now, starting off with the top 5. At number 5, we have Batman the Dark Knight at Six Flags New England in Agawam, Massachusetts. Now, this B&M Floorless coaster, it's pretty cool. I only got 2 rides on it, so I don't remember it too well. But from what I remember, it was pretty smooth. There was a little bit of a rattle, and it was a little on the shorter side, not as forceful as other B&M Floorless coasters, but it was still a pretty cool ride. Now, number 4 is Dominator at King's Dominion in Doswell, Virginia. This ride is the longest floorless coaster in the world, actually. And I can definitely feel how long it is. It is a longer ride. But my main problem with this ride is that it is shaky. It's not like there are certain rough patches of the ride. The whole ride is shaky. And I rode it once in the front row, and I think I only needed to ride it once. It did have some pretty good forces, though. I like some of the elements. And overall, it was a pretty good ride. Definitely better than Batman the Dark Knight, just because it's a bigger ride. And I like big, fast rides. But the shakiness kind of ruined the ride for me. At number 3, we have Hydra the Revenge at Dorney Park in Allentown, Pennsylvania. This is another really good floorless coaster. Definitely the most unique floorless coaster. Right out of the station, you have a JoJo roll or a Heartline roll, and then you turn up into the lift hill. It's really cool. And this ride isn't too tall or fast, but it's still a really cool ride. There's actually some good airtime moments on this ride, too. When you sit in the back seat, you get some airtime over that drop, and there's a couple little hills towards the end of the ride before the final corkscrew, which you guys can see in the point of view I'm showing right now. My main problem with this ride is that it is kind of rough. Well, here. So there's 2 trains on this ride, right? One train is very smooth, great ride, pretty intense, And then there's another train, atrociously rough. Well, not atrociously rough, but really rough. And I went there to Dorney Park in 2017 and 2018. 2017, I think I got the good train almost every time. Well, in 2018, I got front row and I got the bad train. And yeah, it made me think less of the ride because when only one train is good on a coaster, you can't say it's the best. So that's kind of what ruined the ride for me. But even then, it's still a really cool ride, very unique, and a great fit for Dorney Park. Now, number 2 is Rougarou at Cedar Point in Sandusky, Ohio. This ride really surprised me. I found it to be very smooth, very intense, and I thought it had a really cool layout. You could definitely tell it was a stand-up coaster before, but that doesn't really matter. I thought all the elements were really cool, and I liked some of the twists and turns at the end of the ride. I really thought this ride was really good. I love the height, speed. It's just a great ride. Like lots of inversions, and there's actually an inclined loop on this ride, which is the only inclined loop on a floorless coaster, which is very interesting. I really like the feeling of that. It feels much better than it does on a stand-up. So this ride is definitely better than what Mantis was. I never got to ride Mantis, but I've ridden Green Lantern at Six Flags Great Adventure, another B&M stand-up, and I am not a fan. And Mantis was a little bit bigger than Green Lantern from what I've heard, and I'm sure it hurt. So I think Rougarou is definitely a great ride at Cedar Point, one of the best rides at Cedar Point, quite honestly. And yeah, it's one of my favorite floorless coasters. Now, at number 1, we have Bizarro at Six Flags Great Adventure in Jackson, New Jersey. Now, I've ridden this ride a lot, so I might be a little biased, but man, this ride packs a punch. After riding it in the back seat at night, I truly forgot how amazing this coaster was. This coaster, it had a little bit of a rattle in early 2018, but then I guess they replaced all the wheels and now it's really smooth, very, very forceful. One of the most intense B&Ms I've ever ridden. And there's some really cool inversions on this ride. 7 inversions, actually, to be exact. And yeah, this ride is just awesome. I love the name, the color scheme. Yeah, could have used a paint job. Yeah, but that's not really anything to shout at. It still looks really cool. I love the entrance. There's some pretty cool theming, actually. And yeah, this ride's just awesome. Such a kick butt ride. Very intense. Very good inversions. Just a really good recipe for a great ride. Now, that'll conclude my top 5 favorite B&M Floorless coasters that I have ridden. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, be sure to hit that like button. Be sure to comment if you agreed or disagreed. And be sure to hit that subscribe button to make sure you never miss a new Hollywood Studios video. Turn on that notification bell too. I'm Colin for Hollywood Studios, and I'll see you all in the next video. Goodbye, guys.